what brought you two together, the challenges that you both face, and underneath that you have the Chariot. So, and the Nine of Cups. Dang. All right. So this is about taking control of the situation, pushing past the, pushing past the, no, not the barriers or anything, but like more of like just taking control of yourself, taking control of what you've got and just making it happen, creating, right? But putting willpower behind it, taking action, taking control. Because right now the situation is asking you to create happiness and not look at what you don't have. And now what I was just saying before when I was shuffling is that we're going to be looking at some things that are blocking you from creating, so you can alleviate those or use those to your advantage. And this is what we got going on here. Now typically I read this side for my clients, and this will be you from me, Sag, but you feel free to oscillate to the other side or to go over to the other side if this side does not resonate, okay? But if it all doesn't resonate, please remember that, hey, you can book a reading like this on my Instagram page. But anyway, so the mindset that you're going into this relationship with is the Five of Pentacles. You feel like you don't have enough. All right. Now, I feel like the last time I did a soulmate investigation reading, which was like two weeks ago, bi-weekly, obviously, right? This was the other person, but now this is you, because you guys are not seeing this, you're seeing the situation as as it could be better, right? There's something that's lacking communication, lacking of touch, lacking of money, of funds, of something that's lacking within you. Maybe there's a lack of confidence in yourself. There's something here that's lacking that you see with this relationship that's just, it could be better. It could be improved. And I feel like a lot of you guys are struggling to make that better. Some of you guys are not just looking at what's wrong with it, but you're also looking at, what you can do to improve it, what you can do to better it, what you can do to enhance it, or you're just feeling like this relationship is a bit of a struggle. Now, the other person is seeing this as a potential for hope, a new start, a fresh beginning. Seeing this as a new start and a clean slate, perhaps. And for some of you guys, this Five of Pentacles doesn't have to be about the relationship at all. It could be that there's outside factors that make you feel like this being in this relationship isn't enough, if that makes sense. Or there's something here external from you that makes you feel like that makes you feel like you're not good enough for the relationship, or that there's something that you're trying to do that isn't good enough to improve the relationship altogether, right? Not that there's anybody at fault, or there could be something that could be better within the dynamic of the relationship, but there's outside factors that are causing the relationship to be, not that great, if that makes sense. So, but this other person sees that there's potential for something new. They're putting in effort. They're really working hard too. I feel like both of you guys are both struggling in there, both trying to put in something to make this relationship work. Now, how this other person is presenting themselves in the relationship is the Knight of Cups. I think they kind of are they're not inconsistent. Well, they could be very inconsistent with how they feel, but they're also very romantic. They're very emotionally focused. Like, when I say that, I mean, like, they're focused on what they want and they're going for it. They're very focused on that. And the High Priestess, however, to me, is like, you guys are kind of away, not non-existent in a way. Like, you feel like something's lacking, so therefore you're kind of closing up shop. You're not communicating. You're kind of keeping everything to yourself. Very observant and analytical right now. But well, the High Priestess is not very analytical. She's very intuitive. And I feel like you guys are just kind of kept quiet, kept keeping to yourself a little bit and not really expressing yourself. Not as much as the Knight of Cups person here is. And this person could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but I don't think this person really is. I don't think this person doesn't even have to be an Aquarius. For those of you that are dating an Aquarius, this is the Aquarius here, because they have a very Aquarian mindset, but they're expressing love, they're communicating love, they're expressing, they're talking, they're communicating, but on this side here, somebody else is not doing that. Somebody else is actually keeping it closed, not saying much of anything. And the reason why is because this person is very focused on what they want too, or focusing on work and focusing on what needs to be done. I feel like they have commitments and responsibilities and they're taking them very seriously, which is why they're not really opening up or expressing. And I feel like it's because they're so dedicated, so focused on something, focused on what they see as something of great value, that they're just, they're unplugged from everything else but what they're focusing on. Now, at the same time, this can indicate that this person is not necessarily committed yet. This person's it's very slow. There's a lot of slow moving progress. Somebody's like 1 foot in and not 1 foot out kind of thing. But they're not saying that they've committed. They didn't say anything like that. I don't think you guys have committed to anything. I think you guys are trying to figure out whether or not this is something that's worth the effort and the time and the energy that you're going to have to dedicate to it. Because I think you guys are, there's maybe some things that you're recognizing that need to be done, but you're just kind of figuring out whether or not this is something you actually want to do. And for the other person, though, the 3 of Cups, their motivation, the reason why they're like this is because they are trying to get together with you. I think they're trying to connect together and to spend time together, have fun, and enjoy life together. It looks like they're trying to have more fun in this relationship with you and trying to manifest what their heart's desire is, which has to do with, enjoying the connection and being present, it looks like. But what brought you two together is the Ace of Wands, right? And this Ace of Wands is, yes, it's the take action card. It's the let's do it. It's just get this party started kind of card. And I do feel this energy for you guys here, for you and this person. But the blockage is the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands can indicate that there is a bit of an ego problem or someone that's trying to take too much control. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be that there is a problem with this at all. Maybe there's someone that doesn't see their true power, see their true energy, their fire, right? This could indicate that this King of Wands here is this, like, there's a lack of confidence in someone's self, right? Someone maybe not feeling that confident as they should be in their efforts to create something new. It could be that somebody isn't taking action, because this right here looks really dormant. Looks very dormant. Even though this person knows there's things that needs to be done, this person is very passive. They're waiting. They're kind of like observing. And this person's go, go, go. I see just go, go, go energy, right? Putting in the work. Putting in the work. There's the intention to put in the work here, right? This the whole focus is you're very, but this slow energy, and it could be work, yes. But this person's passive. And that's the weirdest thing. It's like, how do you have this, where they're coming from, their foundation, the past is perhaps that the work is so hard and they just kind of like, they're stopped. There's something that's, kind of closed off. And it's like, I feel like this is perhaps trying to following your intuition, because there is no practical approach to this. And I feel like the reason probably why the High Priestess is coming up is maybe that there is total passivity, but there's a lot of guessing games. Like, there's a lot of, I have to kind of figure things out on my own. I have to kind of do things based off of how I feel, because at this moment, I have no clue of where anything is going to lead me. And that's, and that's okay, because ultimately, you're going to want to trust your intuition anyway. You're going to want to go wherever you want to go and take control where you want to take control. Let your emotions dictate your actions in the sense of wanting to get them done. But I feel like this is passive energy, and the King of Wands is always about taking action, always about doing these things. But I feel like as well, if this is not someone that's taking action or anything, it could be that somebody's being very ruthless and very, serious about having what they want to have or doing something that they want to do. At the same time, this could indicate that there is this, I don't think it's desperacy at all, but I feel like someone is just truly not feeling that passionate energy that they feel like they need to get some things done. It's a crazy message, man. Crazy message. But the King of Wands is a creative energy. He's very creative, right? It's artistic. And I feel like thinking outside the box is the hard part. And I think that's what you guys are having to do at this moment. Tapping into that magical energy. But there's a passive energy, of the High Priestess is coming up that's like, what is going on here? Because the Knight of Cups individual here is very focused on what they want. Okay, let's see what we got here from the Whispers of Love. Embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. Okay, that's what I was saying. Y'all keeping some things by yourselves. And I think it's because ultimately y'all, I don't know if y'all are freaking out or just feeling anxious. What is this? Honesty is essential. Oh. And I don't think y'all are lying, but you're keeping some things to yourself. And I think it's because you feel like something's lacking here. And I feel like you don't have to do it alone. And I think you know that. But the thing is that it still feels like it has something to do with you. I feel like that's why the pride thing came up for me. Because I think there's something here that you feel like you have to do on your own when you don't have to, because this is a relationship. You do it together. You work together. And I do see that there's the Chariot here, which is about taking control of your own self. But the only way you do that is by accepting what's going on so you can assess the problem. And I don't think you're ignoring things or ignoring people. I think you're very much aware of what's not right and what you need to get done for things to be better for you in this dynamic of the relationship. But in order for that to happen, you have to take control. And then in regards to that, you have to take action. You have to say, you have to do, you have to be, right? Instead of passively kind of like, not passive aggressive, but just like waiting for things to happen. Because instead of just watching the milk spill out and empty the whole bottle out, you may have to just take action and say, you know what, I'm going to pick this bottle up. And even if I have a little bit of milk out, I still have the rest of my milk in there, if that makes sense. So embrace your emotions, guys. I don't think it's a good thing to suppress, because you're fire energy. You express, you let that out. You do it in creative ways. You let that energy, you channel that energy into something productive. And right now, I feel like for some of you guys, it's about productiveness now rather than just being, passive. Because you are all about creation. You create. Our reproductive organs say it. Us being humans say it. And then our hands and our feet and our thoughts and our minds and everything about us is creative. And we don't have to create kids in order to be creative. We can draw. We can do whatever. Make music. We have a creative energy into us, but the thing that's going to destroy, which is the same thing as creation, in my opinion, right? Because they're both similar energies, just done in different ways. Is that when we suppress and we hold them all in and we don't express that? That's the high priestess. So expression is important, especially if you're feeling like there's something that you need, or there's something that's lacking in the relationship. Lack of contact, lack of communication, lack of support, lack of stability, lack of something. That is really on the forefront. When you come into this relationship, you feel like there's something that could be more of, but there's not enough. And that could be helped if you communicate with this other person. I think this person is wanting to support you and to be there, which is why they're emotionally like this. Like, they're there to support you, to have your back. But how this is looking is like there's not a lot of communication, not a lot of awareness here. This person is ready to support, and you need that support. But I don't know if you've made it known for the other person that you do need it. But it's important to embrace these emotions first, so that way you can say it.